Van life in Mexico is the epitome of freedom, relaxation, and the good things in life. As we come to the end of our winter in Baja, California, we're going to take you on a journey to a region that no one really tells you about and you probably didn't even know existed, unless you're in the know. Subscribe and join us for the ride with new videos every Sunday.
Sun is shining. Welcome to the wine region of Baja, guys. Guadalupe, vineyards and rolling fields everywhere.
The reason that it is so lush and green is that it rains a lot here. In fact, we've had some really heavy rain over the past couple of days and everywhere is flooded, the roads, everything.
We're trying to find some hot springs. Sat nav is wrong. We just spoke to a guy, we need to go over that side. We're in the middle of the winery right now. But the problem is, there's a massive river running through and because there's been so much rain, it's really high. So we're not sure if we can get across.
I was so looking forward to a hike. We haven't hiked in so long. We just have no luck at the minute when it comes to trying to find cool stuff. First the cave paintings, then we end up getting stuck in sand. And now we're trying to find some cool hot springs. And we're blocked by a raging river.
Oh no, look, you can see that truck going through.
And we've had so much rain the past few days. This is just so high. Now, we are guilty of treating Sophia like she's a 4x4 when she's not. So we have lifted her and she's got all-terrain tyres, which massively helps us, but she isn't a 4x4. And if this is muddy at the bottom, not only does it look really deep, but if it's muddy at the bottom, we could really get stuck. To be honest, even if we could cross it depth-wise, it's too soft. Yeah. We'll get stuck in that in 2 seconds flat.
Two cars just turned up and they've left one car this side and the 4x4 one went through, but it would cover our tyres easily. But you can see, wow. Part of me was thinking, do we try it? No, I mean, like, not now I've seen these. It is too deep.
Shall we go get drunk on wine?
No, because I've got to drive.
Can I get drunk on wine?
You can get drunk.
Okay, yes. There are some serious puddles on this road. I bet wine isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Mexico, but this little valley is changing that. Valle de Guadalupe is home to 90% of Mexico's wineries and it's fast becoming one of the hottest wine regions in the Americas. Independent boutique wineries line the highways and back streets here, giving you an authentic experience that is hard to find anywhere else. And trust us to choose a winery so deep in the valley, we almost had to turn around. Right, shall we go and pretend that we're civilized people? And that we don't empty our own pee in a bottle?
Come on then, Chestaminius. Because you look like you're a Roman.
The rain has just ruined these roads. Wow. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the roads are sand and dirt and they're not even potholes. They're just dip after dip after dip. Almost like dishes in the sand. Like all of these. We have driven past so many wineries on the main road and I don't know why, but I seem to have picked the one that is the least accessible, the one down the roughest roads, and I'm not in the mood for adventure anymore today. I just want to have some wine. I don't want to have to work for it.
I hope the shocks haven't knackered because that was bumpy.
So there are 73 wineries in this little valley of Guadalupe alone. The one we've come to today is called Vina Cava. It only started, I think, in 2005. But if you didn't know, Vina Cava is the main vein that runs into your heart. And as you saw from the road here, we are twisting and turning and winding right into the heart of the wine valley. So it's a pretty fitting name for this winery. All the vineyards here are organic. It's all small batch production. Nothing is mass produced here. So it's one of the more boutique wineries in the area. It's come highly recommended and we're going to go and sample some of their finest wines. So this is the winery. It's made from a reclaimed boat and all recycled materials. Okay, so I've booked in for a wine tasting and I get to choose which room I do the wine tasting in. How cool is that? Walking to the table.
Massive table there, Jess. That's a bit of a corker.
Can't whine about this, can I?
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
the ceiling is the bottom of a boat.
Edgar is our wine tasting expert. He is going to show us some of the best wines they have here. As you can see from the walls here, it's built into the mountainside, which apparently gives it the perfect like humidity and temperature control for the wines. But it's actually founded by an English guy called Phil Gregory from Manchester of all places. Did not expect that at all. He came over here to retire and just kind of developed this winery here.
Bucket and another glass, because with this wine there is no control about the wine production, so maybe it can be used like very wild and very funny, and it makes a big explosion about the wine.
Oh my word!
It's like make a sparkling wine without control.
So I actually hate, you know, champagne and wine that you have to pop. I can't do it. I hate the anticipation of like pop and then it goes poof. Yes. It's like I don't like popping balloons and I don't like popping champagne because I'm scared that it's going to go everywhere.
Wine. Natural sparkling wine.
It's a natural wine. A bit of protein in mine. I'll fly as
and it's for free.
Don't charge extra for them.
It's lost on me. Wine, unfortunately, is lost on me.
Food truck here.
What's really cool is that there's a food truck here, and to get the menu, you've got to use the QR code. You're cold, aren't you?
Put them over your legs, but I want to go full sausage roll with it. Oh, that's better. So I've got a seafood ceviche. I don't know how I'm supposed to eat this. Have you seen the size of the raw prawns on here? It's just the best thing ever. It's like so refreshing, and the lime is just like, that is so good.
Pork belly. Oh my god, yes. How's the wine going, babe?
Stop filming me. I think I needed a more substantial lunch than I've had. I'm starting to think like Nessie's in this pot, babe. What can you say?
I can find out my way back without using sat nav, shall we?
Are you actually going to try that?
Yep. This side of the road. Oh, Christ. Look at this, it's just a huge channel cut through the road.
Okay, so we've been hoping to go to another winery this afternoon. The one we were just at, Vina Cava, was like a small batch boutique winery. We're hoping to go to one nearby called Lisetta, which is like the biggest one in the valley. A very different vibe to where we've just been. But by the time we'd had the tastings, had something to eat and gone up and down that really rough road, we completely ran out of time. We've got dinner booked for about an hour and we've got to burn these guys out before then, so we've just popped back to the campsite. Just thought I'd show you this field where we come to walk the dogs. It is so beautiful. It's this big hill and it just looks out over all these vineyards and the mountains behind.
Jess did have a power nap on the floor on Scout's bed, making that as you do. Pisshead.
I was on Scout's bed because one, it is ridiculously comfy. It's like 3 dog beds stacked on top of each other. River was lying on my side of the sofa. Ben was lying on his side, so I thought, I'll just take the comfiest bed. I did have a little power nap though. That's where we're going with all the fairy lights. Oh, that looks amazing. There's more to Baja than just tacos. Deckman's is an open-air, farm-to-table restaurant that we'd been told would be our best food experience in Baja. How could we resist that? The chefs cook local and seasonal produce in front of you, the pots steaming away and the wood fires roaring as you sit surrounded by fairy lights and lots of patio heaters. It was one of the best, freshest meals we've had in a long time.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for that, babe.
That's alright.
You didn't let me pay at all. If it was a summer's evening and it was still light, you'd be able to look out all over the valley, like the vineyards. Here, there's vineyards just in front of us.
Yeah, what a beautiful little spot.
What do we have for you guys? Go.
Babe, he ain't going anywhere. Look at that.
Right, come here. Hey, let's go.
Go this way. Come on.
Yeah, go on. Up, here, to me. Yeah, yes, right, good boy. Okay, sit. Wait. Okay, there we go. River, good girl.
Look at that. Is there room for one more? When we first had River, I was adamant that I didn't want her to sleep on the bed. I was happy for her to come onto the bed. I'm all for letting your dogs onto the bed. It was just sleeping because I like to spread out, and so does River. And she was quite happy in her bed for a long time. And then when we got a Scout, we brought River onto the bed just to give them both a little bit of space while they were adjusting to everything. And now, me and Ben are here. This is now River's little corner of the bed. Then Scout sleeps on the floor. He's quite happy down there. He'll take himself off down there.
He's got 3 dog beds down.
He'll come and join us in the morning. So I've gone from having no dogs in the bed while I sleep to sometimes there's 4 of us in here. Hi guys. After all of that food and wine yesterday, feeling a little bit sluggish this morning, but we are up bright and early. We have got a date today with a local guy in the nearby town of Guadalupe, which is where we're heading to now. It's only like 3 minutes from the campsite. I swear to God, this rain has just destroyed all of the roads everywhere we've been. The roads have been crazy.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Ulysses runs an open kitchen restaurant in the heart of wine country. It's a fusion of Mexican and Venezuelan cuisine, reflecting his and his wife's family roots. He's passionate about experiencing culture through food, preserving traditional ways of cooking, and today he was going to teach us some of what he knows. This is Ulysses over here, our host and chef of the day. Ulysses is passionate about preserving food cultures, not just here in Mexico, but around the world. His mother's from Venezuela, his wife is from Venezuela, so there's already that fusion there. And we're going to be learning how to make carbonara Italian style because he was in Italy. The lady
was 82 years old and that was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
So she would be 96 by now. And she said if you have extra fine flour and 1 egg, you have a meal.
Exactly.
So she deserves to be honored with the great pasta.
Yeah, so we're honouring her.
Memorable.
Exactly.
That's gonna be your first dish.
Oh,
in an empanada with some cheese.
We've got Italy, we've got Venezuela.
And Mexico.
And Mexico, obviously.
Yes. At one point in time, it's gonna disappear.
So we're leaving the pasta to rest and we're moving from Italy to Venezuela with some empanadas. It's called domino style. We've got the black beans and then white cheese. Contraption. Like that.
Good. Always to the center. Huh? Look at that, eh? Expert. It seems like you have a job already, huh?
The traditional way of getting the shape is with a bowl. Looks like a Cornish pasty. And there we go.
See?
Little empanada. Is it coming out the side?
No.
Okay.
Well done.
Honestly, I could just eat so many of them. That is so good. That tastes incredible.
The Mexican, it's okay, not so spicy, see? But it's
it will blow
okay.
my head off.
Yeah.
Go on, get your mouth around it.
Yeah.
Let's see if you don't like vegetables after.
So the snacks are done. It's time to make some pasta.
Yes.
You're gonna be like annoyingly good at this, like usual.
No? Maybe.
Your rolling pin.
Italian there.
Very special, huh?
Soft and gentle.
And then the kiss extra virgin olive oil from Onoto. Done. See?
Thank you very much.
Got it.
Made from fermented honey, but almost like mead, but much more refined. It's got the texture of champagne, a really light wine. But it has got, you can tell it's honey, but it's not like sickly sweet. It tastes like summer.
Yeah.
Like it tastes like sunshine, like it's so light and airy.
Yeah. Version of the carbonara, Tlamachki kitchen style. Handmade.
Oh my God.
But we're not just leaving with full stomachs. We're gonna take some pottery and some salt, some olive oil.
Specialty liqueur.
What was this again? The
Hydro honey.
Hydro honey. This was that honey wine.
The honey champagne.
Honey champagne that we had earlier.
All harvest by hand. See? At the desert of Sonora, Mexico. 83 plus different minerals that are great for your body.
Beautiful.
There you go. In our kitchen.
So we said we'd have the lemon, garlic and pepper olive oil, and it's actually being made fresh for us.
No more fresh than that, eh? Look at this, very nice. You always do as best as you can in order to recycle everything. Yeah. So we have the wine cork in. Get the bottle with olive oil, a bottle of wine, of course. See? And then cork in.
Ulysses has been an amazing, amazing host. We're meant to be
Thank
here
you so
for
much.
2 hours and 6.5 hours later.
Yeah,
We're leaving
that's
with a
it,
goodie
huh?
bag. He's also a very passionate traveller,
Yes.
travelled a lot. We've had some very good conversations
See,
today.
anytime.
We're leaving with a goodie bag. He also does these cooking experiences on Airbnb, so I'll put a link if you're interested and you're passing through and you're interested. I'll put a link in the description. He will look after you and you'll have
Anytime.
an amazing experience.
Anytime. Thanks, Chesca, and
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Ben, for visiting us, visiting Tlamachki by Onoto. We are located at Valle de Guadalupe, Mexico, and you're always welcome.
Thank you.
I have 4 dogs. I know what you are. Please, anytime.
Thank you again so much.
Thank you so much for coming over. Bye-bye, baby. Hey, be good. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
I loved every minute of that. That was, I think, the best food experience we've ever had.
What a guy, what a family.
Oh, they were all so lovely. So lovely. Absolutely phenomenal. And 100%, if you're coming this way, stop there and do that. It was really, really good. We're back, guys. It's our little home in the middle of the vineyards.
Wow, what an amazing day that was, hey?
Oh, do you know what? I'm exhausted from the amount of, I don't know, like knowledge and like, I don't know. I'm actually doing that. I'm actually really
I
tired.
can't even finish a sentence.
No.
But now we're probably going to spend the next couple of hours getting on with some work.
I'm gonna go and have a hot shower.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh, how nice. I guess
Yes.
I'll be getting on with some work then. If you're interested in what we do, we did a whole video last week on like our life behind the videos. So like when we're not filming, what we do, what we work at, how our days look. And this is, again, we might normally turn the camera off now, but this is a reality. We've been out for the day, we've had an amazing day, but we will have work to catch up on. So we'll stick the kettle on now, get our heads down, and just get on with some work for a couple of hours. Before we leave Baja, we had to stop at Ensenada, a little coastal town famous for its seafood and its margaritas. Honestly, at this rate, you're gonna have to roll us across the border. Bienvenidos a Ensenada is our first Mexican city. We've been here for 5 weeks. Most of like the big towns and cities are right in the south of Baja. But where we've been, it's been like nothing but desert and wilderness basically. One of the reasons that we've come to Ensenada, there is a very famous street food stall here that Anthony Bourdain said is the best street food stall on the planet, and that it's got Michelin star quality food. And Sabina, who founded the stall, still runs it now 40 years later, and you can still see her working there every day.
It's the first busy place we've been for ages, and after 4 years of like vlogging, I still get really uncomfortable with doing this in really busy places.
Alright, so this is what the street food stand is famous for. It is a ceviche tostada, which is this crispy tortilla. We've got a mix of, I think, clams and shrimp on here, avocado, peanut sauce. I don't even know where to begin. It tastes so fresh. That was absolutely incredible. It's hard to believe that just came from a street food stall and not a restaurant. The street food here has been out of this world. This is Lewis, he's the son of Sabina who founded this stall. We were just chatting about stuff. We said that we've got a YouTube, we've come over from England. He was like, oh, I know another YouTube couple. Yeah. They put a sticker up here, tread the globe.
Yeah,
Chris and Marianne have been here already.
Yeah, they were here, yeah. He came like two days in a row.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Ensenada isn't just famous for its ceviche and its seafood. It's also the birthplace of the margarita. There are 2 bars here that claim to be the original place that created it. Seeing as we seem to be eating and drinking our way around Baja this week, it only seems fitting that we go to both of them. Okay, so this is Bar Andaluz. It's been open since 1930. It is such a cool little heritage building. It's got this big mural behind the bar. It's awesome, like all wooden ceiling, tiled walls. Margarita, margarita, margarita.
Cheers. Wow.
Wow.
Cheers. Don't want to hit too hard, I might spill it.
We moved outside because there is a massive tour group coming. But this beautiful, beautiful old building is part of the old Hotel Riviera, and this bar has been around since the 1930s. All of the tiles, all of the paintings are original. It was a favourite of Bing Crosby and Rita Hayworth during the Prohibition in the US. They'd obviously just hop across the border and come here. And the story behind the margarita goes that the bartender, who was a guy called David, he named it after the owner of this hotel, Margarita King. So this is named after her, and he was the one that invented it. And that is one of the margarita stories in Ensenada. But there is another bar that competes for the title of founder of the margarita. The final place is Cantina Husongs. These guys say that they create the margarita, and it is also the oldest cantina in Baja. It looks like something from the Wild West, look at it. So this is a lot more local than the first bar. There's people here watching football, there's even pigeons in here and all peanut shavings on the floor. Compared to the first bar, the margarita is not the best. It wasn't like properly shaken and made. We just got them in these glasses and it was just basically free poured. Like he was free pouring the tequila and the orange liqueur in. It tastes like pre-drinks at uni. So I definitely prefer the other bar for the margaritas. Anyway, this officially marks the end of leg 1 of our trip. Next week we cross the border back into the US. We have some prep work and some mechanics work to do before we start the trek up to the Arctic Ocean in Prudhoe Bay. Who's ready for an Alaska road trip?